Hello and welcome this week to Discordant Dragons or Dragons of Discord. This is the second proper episode and we have excellent guests lined up today. The reason we're a couple of minutes late is my co-host 3 of 12 is having connectivity issues. Hopefully we'll get that worked out shortly. But without further ado, the team today, the party that I have assembled to help us address the Council of Worms issues is my friend Pomen, who many of you here know. Pomen has a great channel, which you can hear about later. We have British Knight, someone else that I've streamed with before. And British Knight is going to be our number 2. Following up is FarFetched and Kiki, friends of mine I've made from the Cabal who are excellent role players. So they are going to be part of the party tonight. And of course, 3 of 12 may or may not be joining us depending on if his connectivity can be sorted out. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Sorry we're a few minutes late. I see a lot of familiar faces in chat, especially White Healing, Heidi, and Guild Mage Troy. I'm glad to see all of you guys here tonight. Oh, and even Matt's here too. How good. There's Jess, Ragnar Iron Spear. I see some of the scrubs. We got Watt Tyler in here. And we also have a couple people over on DLive and Trovo. Thank you for joining us on those sites as well. Hello, Fox. Thank you over there. All right, so what we're going to do first tonight is we are going to welcome our guests on one at a time. First up, we're going to introduce Pomen. So, Pomen, in you come, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today, my friend?
Actually, really good.
You sound good. Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's weirdly enough, like in a little pre-stream, I actually got a phone call, and that I got one of the apartments I wanted. So
that's fantastic.
3 months' time, I'm moving.
Well, hey, hopefully the gold that we earn working for the Council of Worms will help you fund that new apartment.
I hope so.
All right.
I hope so.
Next up in the party, we have British Knight. Hello, British Knight, my friend. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on.
I'm glad for you to be here. I know you took a month off just after the holidays, I think, and I just saw that you started doing streams again recently, so I reached out to him, and he was glad to come help us counsel the dragons this week.
Indeed. I was off for a while because of a burnout, but I'm back now, and I'm glad to be out here with everyone again.
Well, good. We're glad to have you. And next up, we have FarFetched. FarFetched,
Hey.
Hello, my American friend. How are you today?
How's it going, fellow American?
Good. You ready to help us answer the Council of Worms questions? Help us deal with these confused or angry dragons today?
I'm as ready as I can be.
All right. Speaking of being as ready as she can be, it's our seaman. I say that as a joke. Kiki is a friend of mine who lives in the UK, and she lives on a boat. How are you today, Kiki?
Oh, I am doing great. I'm a little silly about being called Seaman, but we'll go with that.
Salty seaman, eh? All right, sorry. No, Kiki's a good friend. Met her over on the Cabal also. Kiki and FarFetched are good role players. They're into D&D and whatnot, so I thought they would be great additions to play with us tonight. We're going to have old Wes Levin with us too, but something came up, and so he's going to be with us next week instead. So let's see if we have... we still do not have my co-host, and no message from him yet. Oh, wait, here's the message. He says that the mobile client keeps kicking him out. So he's going to try to get back on when he can. So we're going to move on without him. Hopefully he can be here, but without my co-host, we can still soldier on. So for those of you that are just joining and are new to the stream, we're going to get the shill out of the way. If you want the channel, you can in several ways. Primarily, I want everybody to use entropy. Every 30 minutes or so, we're going to stop and check chat for questions. And you can use the entropy link that I just put in chat here. And I'm going to be putting it over on DLive and Trovo as well. Entropy is where you can make paid donation chats, which of course will get privilege when it comes time to read chat. And over on Entropy, there's an excellent thing called the question widget on the left-hand side. Questions, comments, jokes, funny things you want to say to me and my guests today, you can put in the question widget over on the left-hand side there. And over there is a good way for me to catalog what you guys want to say to me, because that way it won't be lost, buried infinitely in chat. So you can also support me with Cash App as well as PayPal, and I'll be linking those in chat as well. And hopefully, I think that's him. 3 of 12. Are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, he's got it sorted out. So we got the whole party together now, friends. Good times indeed. All right, so now that we have our trusty co-host here, we skipped your introduction because you weren't here. My trusty co-host, 3 of 12, an adorable little Borg, a skilled Eve pilot. Are you ready to help us sort out these dragons tonight? That's it, 3 of 12.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce
I'm ready.
the problem. Oh, he still has unfortunately, he has a horrible latency delay there. Hopefully that will be sorted out. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to bring out the dragons. Boop. Now, today, we have 5 dragons. The green, the black, the red, the white, and the blue. Today, the problem or the idea that the green dragon has is to mask or not to mask. And the black dragon has the great white plague. The red dragon has delicious children. The white dragon has paper winter is coming. And the blue dragon has what are gender? And now, for those of you who don't know, these are just funny categories, and the purpose is to not exactly know what they're about. And one of the people in my party I will pick. Okay, I'm getting horrible breathing from someone. That's going to have to stop. Who's breathing into the mic? I will isolate. It must end.
No, everyone immediately stops breathing so they don't think it's them.
Stop doing it, mouth breather.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, what we're going to do is we are going to roll a d5. And for those of you who don't know what that is a d10 divided by 2.
Can't be me. I'm barely putting in any input.
You also have horrible latency, so you're like 5 to 10 seconds behind. All right, that is a 4. That is a 4. So on my screen, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is British Knight. British Knight, you get to pick the first category, my friend. Which one of these dragons do you want to help assuage first?
Right, I'm going to say delicious children purely because I've got morbid curiosity as to what that's about.
Okay. Now, the red dragon, his quandary today for the humans is, why are the delicious human potato camps not celebrated by our people since roasted children are so tasty? And so, I give to you an introductory video that we're going to watch. And it's not letting me share video because God hates me, or share audio because God hates me. So we're going to have to reload that. There it goes. All right, now it should work.
Never before seen photographs of what it actually looks like inside this facility.
Tasty
Shocking
potato
images
children.
showing people wrapped up in what looks like metal foil, laying on the ground, their faces covered. Why won't the administration be honest about this? Why don't they show you these images? I'm on the ground in Donna, Texas. You want to look at this facility right here?
Okay, that was that. Now, the question that the red dragon has for everyone is, we lost someone. It seemed like we lost Kiki. Oh well. All right. The question that that the red dragon has is, since roasted children are so delicious, how come people are so upset that millions of delicious children are flocking into the best countries, willingly stepping into the foil to be baked in these wonderful little children ovens? So, British Knight, you chose it. What would you say to this dragon to help him understand the situation better?
I'd say because in human culture, we have a tendency not to roast our children, and more importantly, not to roast other people's children. And let's be honest, it's gotten to the point now where there's so many children we don't really have the space to roast them anymore.
Well, he thought that you would say that. And he says, if you already have thousands upon thousands of children that nobody seems to want because they come here without adult supervision, in his wisdom, it is wisest to eat them, because then they become energy for the strong. Because, of course, red dragons are all about might makes right and power. And, of course, they love to eat tasty baked little children. So, Pomen, what would you say this?
I have no damn clue. Like I'm thinking, a red dragon eating potato children. What?
Well, perhaps another visual aid could help. Would you like another visual
I mean,
aid?
what I find ridiculous in this particular video is, how is that bad? It's cold. They're giving isolated blankets. Why is that a bad thing?
It's not cold because, as you can see in this picture, they are quite roasted. They are quite roasted. See how brown they are?
Yeah.
Look at that. See how brown? The meat is perfectly charred. And the dragon says they clearly must be getting cooked either on their way here or in these little cage ovens, because look how perfectly deliciously brown they are.
Oof.
Kiki? FarFetched?
Yeah.
What do you have to say to this dragon?
I mean,
I'll let Kiki go
the
first.
tinfoil is a little misleading, I think. I mean, foil wrapping your children would be optimal for cooking them, but they go stale quite quickly. I don't think you'd want to cook that many children at once.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll definitely make that point. See, now you're starting to pick up how you have to talk to the dragons here. All right. So,
joined.
All right, 3 of 12. Are you back with us now? How's your latency? Can you hear us okay? Nope, his latency is still god awful. So we're just going to have to roll without him. All right. Sorry, 3 of 12. All right, I'm going to have to send him a message. All right. Moving back to where we were. The tasty potato children, the reason that they're in foil is because dragons know that we bake potatoes and other food in foil when we put them in ovens. And what can you say? Let's go to Kiki. We haven't heard much from her. Kiki, to help him understand what the purpose of foil is for, what would you say to this red dragon who is confounded why we aren't eating these delicious children?
I mean, the foil does indeed keep these children from going cold, which is good in a cooking process. But children, unfortunately, are incredibly fattening. And if you eat too many of them, you end up being unable to fly. You're stuck with some really gungy breath, and you're just not as fearsome anymore. So you can't overdo eating children.
Oh, that okay. All right. I have told the red dragon that was the winner. He absolutely agrees. That is how you talk to dragons. The rest of you in the party, learn from Kiki the Wise. She understands what must be said to dragons to appease them. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you the reason why this is a good angle to take with these dragons here. Because everyone who plays Dungeons & Dragons knows that red dragons are evil. They believe in might makes right and will use any cruelty possible to get their way, to display their dominance. And clearly, the one behind putting these delicious potato children in these cage ovens is the most evil, dominant force in our power structure. And so, paired with what Kiki said, and knowing that he can utilize that wisdom to make sense of us having a leader with a similar evil alignment to himself, I am going to rule that we have used the red dragon. We have defeated that challenge. So, now that we've done the first challenge, does everybody pretty much understand how this works?
Yeah, makes sense.
So.
Yeah.
All right, let's check the chat. All right, chat, you guys understand how this works? Let's go check over here. Yeah, people are getting it. People are on board. They know what's up. Over on Trovo and D-Live, they know what's up. Let's get entry, see who's over there. We got Matt and Guild Mage Troy, Mr. Ravelon, everybody over there in chat. All right, everybody seems good. So, 3 of 12, it says you have good connectivity now. Are you settled?
I tried changing my browser and it seems to be working.
Yeah, it seems that the Restream beta it only works in certain browsers really well, and it seems to reject the connectivity of other ones for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I really like this, and it seems to work best with Brave or Chrome for me.
Yeah, I was using Chrome, and then I switched over to Brave, and it works better now.
Oh, good. All right. Well, next up, we're going to go ahead and move to a different dragon topic now. So let me go ahead and get that back open, wherever that was.
Nice.
All right, there it is.
I'm going to have to make this my default from now on.
All right. Okay. So, oh god, we've lost Kiki again.
Oh no.
Good lord. I swear to fucking god.
Troubles of being a seafarer.
That's so...
I know, right?
Yeah, that's
well,
so Kiki.
The problem is she's docked right now. I don't know what her deal is. Like, she didn't have this problem for the 30 minutes that she was with us pre-stream, but when we go live, everything went to hell. All right. Anyway, we have already sated the red dragon today. The red dragon has been sorted out by the wise Kiki, who sadly not with us at the moment. She's busy on her ship doing something, a boat rather. We have 4 dragons left: the green, the black, the white, and the blue. And since we have 3 of 12, FarFetched, British Knight, and Pomen, British Knight is already answered, and Sir Kiki is not appearing in this film. We're going to roll a d3 to see which of you 3 get to choose the next dragon. All right, that's a 1. That is 3 of 12. So, 3 of 12, which of these 4 dragons shall we broach next?
Oh boy. To mask or not to mask?
Or not to mask? That is the question. And the question of the green dragon follows today. He is confused human sickness, and there is 2 sicknesses, because green dragons are the ones that live in filthy areas. They breathe a corrosive or a sickening gas, and they often weaponize things that make people or disease. As such, he is very curious about a particular thing that's happening right now in our civilization. He wants to know why, if there is a virus so prolific, you have to be tested to know you have it, and so deadly, you have to be forced to take the cure for it. He wonders how he can weaponize such a mysterious thing. So, the introduction to this is going to be a brief video that we're going to watch here in a second. All right. And I'm getting it loaded right now. We'll see. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Dr. Anthony Fauci and Senator Rand Paul.
You want people to get the vaccine? Give them a reward instead of telling them that the nanny state's going to be there for 3 more years and you got to wear a mask forever. People don't want to hear it. There's no science behind it.
Well, let me just state for the record that masks are not theater. Masks are protective, and we
have immunity there, theater. If you already have immunity, you're wearing a mask to give comfort to others. You're not wearing a mask because of any science.
I totally disagree
what?
with you.
Fuck Fauci.
So,
what the hell,
what confuses the green dragon? What confuses the green dragon here is masks being theater or masks not being theater. It has to mean that either the virus is so sinister that no matter what we do, it will infect us all. But the dragon doesn't see it in the numbers or in the effects of what he would consider to be a disease or a virus that he could weaponize against others. So, since you're the one that chose the topic 3 of 12, what would you say to this? What would you say to this dragon?
It's absolutely theater. That's for sure. And
so you don't think? So you think that we should try to talk the dragon into not using this as a weapon?
Well, if you wanted to use it as a weapon, you could definitely use it to tell people that you need to take control of their lives and tell them what to do, i.e. the global homo. Yes, 1 billion masks. I actually have a little bit of extra insight on this subject because I know who's working in the Netherlands, and apparently it's always been to wear double masks in the ER. The difference is that they actually wear a very expensive surgical mask that's better than normal surgical masks, and then they wear a cheap mask on top of it. So if they touch the mask on top, they can simply throw it away and replace it with a better one, with a new one, and keep the better one untouched. It's literally just to protect the better mask.
Well, so the line that we have to choose here is: are you suggesting that we should tell him that he should utilize it as a mind virus, or should we talk him out of trying to use it as a weapon at all?
Well, I'd rather that he didn't use it as a weapon, because we have enough problems as it is. We don't want these dragons.
Then let's move on to someone else in the party. BK, British Knight, what do you think? How do you think we should broach this with this dragon?
I honestly think we should tell the dragon that, unlike him, we are not a species that it naturally uses biological warfare in such a way. It's not built into our being, though we have certainly done so in the past. And using it on ourselves within our, shall we call our in-group, is perhaps, or even against our out-group, is with something so finicky as a virus, is never going to reach the end result that we want it to, but rather we should seek to eliminate it entirely so it can't be used as a weapon of the enemy.
Okay, well, how is that going to help us explain away this dragon's interest in this problem? You think that the correct approach is to tell him that this really isn't a virus and that we shouldn't treat it as such? Is that the approach you think we should take?
But rather just say it is not a virus. Is not a virus that has any kind of major. The virus itself is not the issue, but rather people's belief that the virus is dangerous. Not rather that the virus is dangerous in and of itself, and therefore it would be of little interest to the dragon.
All right. The next person up is FarFetched. FarFetched, what approach do you think we should take to solving this dragon's quandary?
Oh, I mean, I think he should totally use it as a weapon. I mean, like what Fauci was recommending, to use cotton masks over what is the M95, which
Wait, what
which gives a 5% efficacy when touched. So I mean, totally, it's definitely not theater. I mean, people just need to put it on.
Wait,
that was going to be the thing that I was going to let you guys know.
What about the Duke study?
This second meme here, this wanted poster. One of the things the Green Dragon liked was how this person is in a position of power when it comes to disease and weaponized sickness in the dragon's mind. And he sees that this person uses either lies, idiocy, or deception, maybe all three, to utilize sickness as a weapon. And this is the man that actually got the dragon interested in this virus itself. So, Kiki, now that you're back and you've got your things sorted out, what would you say to this? What approach do you think we should take to assuaging the dragon's curiosity about this?
Moment of truth.
Kiki, hello? You're there. I heard you a moment ago.
I mean, I would suggest to the dragon that maybe lie of the actual disease. And, hello?
It's latency, Kiki. You have about a 3-second latency.
Am I not coming through? Testing.
Barely.
We hear you.
Hello.
I think it's mobile. I think it's mobile that's the issue here, and that this is going to keep happening until I get onto a PC.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're using it on a mobile, try using Brave browser. It cuts down the latency.
Oh,
you're going to have to use something besides mobile if you're going to have latency when we're live. I'm sorry.
No,
if that's possible, please do so.
I completely understand. Like, I don't have a computer that is actually a computer.
Oh,
I have a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
That is my entire computing.
oh, okay. I thought that you had a laptop. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
goodness, no.
Well, we're going to keep going then. We're going to keep going. It'll be fine. We'll work it out. Hopefully, it'll be stable. So, last but not least, I would like to hear from Pomen about this. Pomen, do you think we should try to talk the Green Dragon out of using this as a weapon, or talk him into using it in a different way, using it as a mind play?
Well, but yeah, you can hear me. Okay. I was thinking of this. The mask and Fauci, he might work for the rest of the world, but as a Swede, we don't wear masks ever. It's like last time I wear a mask was September. I go to the store without a mask. No one gives a damn. Because no one here cares.
Okay, so you're saying that we should show him how many people in the civilization, even though he has been lied to by what he can see of our world, which is the mainstream media, that the vast majority of people are not wearing masks and this plague doesn't affect them at all, therefore making it a useless endeavor to try to use as a weapon. That's the angle we should take?
Yeah, I mean, it works for the sheep, but if the first framing of the virus was, normality will come, then it doesn't work. If hope exists of normality, it won't destroy the people. Same thing. If the dragon thought, with this virus, I can destroy the economy, it's like, not for the moment, because people still want normality. So they will still consume like it was normal.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
by the party's consensus, do you think that that's what we should do, is to explain to the dragon that it's a waste of effort because it's not an effective weapon? That sounds about the most logical to me. Does that sound good to you guys?
Want to destroy humans.
I think I'd have to agree.
Destroy their hope.
Okay. All right.
Very interesting thing. I would mention to people that we're almost through this, and the sheep always say, "No, we've got another year." They have no hope. But the rest of us who are paying attention definitely know that we're on the way out of this.
Okay. Well, unless FarFetched or Kiki or British Knight disagree, that's what I'm going to tell to the dragon, and we're going to see what happens. So, any naysays?
Not at all. The virus is not effective enough to be used as a weapon.
I would agree with that statement. The virus is not. It's innocuous in the grand scheme.
All right. That has worked, and the dragon has dropped the issue and has moved on to something else. And for future reference, for those of you who come to the party again, remember, green dragons have a short attention span and are quick to tire of something if it doesn't work. So remember that in the future for dealing with green dragons.
Well, that's
And now we're going to move to chat and say howdy to who has joined us, because the esteemed Aiden Paladin has joined us in chat. Hello, Aiden Paladin. Good to see you here tonight, friend. She was a featured guest. She was a featured guest last week on the stream and helped us deal with the dragons last week. We have many scrubs here with us. We have Illuminatus. We've got, Schrodinger. We've got, who else did I see? I saw Jess in here earlier. We've also got Charlie Sparkles is here with us. We got Watt and Ragnar as well. And then we have some of the white positive community. We have people going free with us tonight. We've got White Healing. We've got Heidi. We have Bertie Bassett. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. We've even got old Mr. Gently Benevolent with us tonight. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Gently Benevolent is a regular on streams I frequent, such as Rose of Dawn, Academic Agent, Not So Obvious, that crew. And also, I've seen Mr. Gently Benevolent even over with Uzulu in the Cabal crew, too. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Good to see Bertie Bassett. So what we're going to do is we're going to check Entropy first and see what's going on over on Entropy. Over on Entropy, we have Matt, Mr. Ravelon, and Guildmage Troy. Good to see you guys here tonight. We've even got Jefferson Gardner with us. Thank you guys for being here over on Entropy. Remember, if there are things you want me to address on stream, use the question widget on the left-hand side of Entropy. That's what it's there for, and I will be posting that again in chat right now for everyone. We're going to put it in YouTube, DLive, and Trovo. And that is my preferred method of communication, as well as my preferred method of getting paid donations. But if that's not your cup of tea, you can also use Cash App as well as PayPal. And I'll be putting those in the chat as well. So I'm going to, speaking of Cash App and PayPal, I'm going to refresh and check those while we're here. All right. Nothing showing up on Cash App yet. And nothing, well, I got to wait on PayPal. PayPal's slow today. Is PayPal ever randomly slow for you guys? For those of you that use PayPal?
Oh, yeah.
Well, sometimes it seems like it takes like 2 minutes for it to refresh for some reason. I don't know why it's like that, even with good internet.
Yeah, sometimes it really is slow, but they never seem to be slow about processing payments.
Yeah. Well,
I always found PayPal to be just pretty sketchy in general, to be honest.
Yeah, PayPal is I know it's a payment processor, but they're like obsessive about they're kind of obsessive over minute pieces of information. Like if you have if you accidentally get a bit of information wrong and you have to send off to get it changed. If you don't get it changed within a very limited amount of time, they'll just permaban your account.
Yeah. I would like to one day not use PayPal any longer, but it is a way that a lot of people donate to me, and it is a fast, easy way to trade money still. Eventually, I'd like to move away from it for something better.
I'd like to as well. I've had similar problems.
With that being said, with that being said, we're going to move on to another dragon because we've checked all the chat, we've said all the howdies, and now we're going to move on to the next dragon because we still have 3 more dragon issues to deal with here. So let's put the thing back up on screen here. I wish this interface had a faster way to cycle through stuff, but it doesn't. But it lets you do it one at a time, so that's not too bad.
It's barely holding together with duct tape and twine.
Yeah, well, I like it better than StreamYard's, and I'm going to stick with it because I'm thinking about even considering supporting it because you can pay for a Restream Premium to be able to add your own graphics and images and stuff. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that to help support it because so far it's pretty good. Regardless, we have already handled the green dragon and the red dragon. So that leaves the black dragon, the blue dragon, and the white dragon. And so we're going to roll a D3 again because the people who haven't chosen yet are Pomen, FarFetched, and Kiki. So we're going to roll the D3. A 1 again. All right, this time number 1 is Pomen on my list.
Hello.
So Pomen, of the 3 dragons left, which topic do you want us to handle next?
Well, I have no clue what you mean with paper winter is coming, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, paper winter is coming. This is a fun one. You'll see. All right, let me scroll down to White Dragon here. All right.
Who's eating?
Who's eating? I can hear you eating sandwiches, Kiki.
That's not
that might be me.
Oh, okay.
Don't eat in
I'm walking on.
I'm
walking on like rocks. So.
Sounds like you're eating.
I'm coming to you from Cedarville Park.
I was fairly convinced.
Oh, you're at the park. I wondered why you had connectivity issues. Okay.
Yeah, but the connectivity's been good here.
So the White Dragon is always concerned about winter and the changing of seasons. So we have now the paper winter. Investors fear inflation more than the coof. Now,
yes.
The White Dragon's issue today with inflation is he thinks that it's stupid that humans use fake wealth. They don't use gold. They don't use weapons. They don't use gems. They use things that are easy to burn and destroy, and humans are dumb for having put so much worth into completely make-believe, which he means digital, or easily destroyed paper money to give value. So he hatched a great plan to scam wealth for him and his minions of the White. So, that being said, let me share with you his plan, which is the next meme that I'm getting loaded right now.
I'm just listening to
I know it's a
I'm
moment.
listening to ASMR walking in the background here. It's just
Yeah, me too. I wish that there was noise cancellation, but sadly, he's not using it. All right. So, here. This is the White Dragon's plan. Step 1, move to Mexico. Step 2, give up citizenship. Step 3, come back illegally. Step 4, have the king provide for you everything that which his minions need, so he can begin extracting this ridiculous paper wealth and build hordes in these foolish countries. So the White Dragon and his minions of the snow, his minions of the north. Do you think this is a good plan? Pomen picked it, so let's start with Pomen. Pomen, what do you think about this?
I mean, no. I don't know. I can't do jokes. I hate sarcasm. Like, I have to be honest. All this, I hate all this type of humor. I can't do that. It's killing me. It's killing me inside.
Well, okay. Well, thank you for being a sport and hanging around. You want me to move to someone else?
soon. But no. But let's take the scenario in place. It's more or less. You want the state to more or less set you for life. It's sort of like replacing self-reliance to the state instead. And
well, keep in mind, the minions of the North are going to be very astute professional criminals, ne'er-do-wells, brigands, and evil sorcerers. So they know how to exploit systems and pull the wool over people's eyes. Keep that in mind.
I mean, there are better ways to cheat the system than this.
Okay. Well, with upcoming inflation, see, his plan is to move people in, get them set up with the basics they need to live, and then do everything they can to take out as much debt to buy physical wealth, because soon the make-believe or paper money that can be easily destroyed will be worth much less than what his minions use to get physical wealth. Do you see his plan?
I mean, paper money is obviously backed by something else. Paper money is just a representation, so... Yeah, I'm sorry, I hate this type of humor.
It's okay. I like you being here. It's fun to have the so-called straight man in comedy. It's good. British Knight, let's move over to you. What do you have to say about this? What do you think about this plan that the White Dragon has hatched? BK, I was talking to you. You here?
Yeah, sorry.
British Knight?
I mute myself in between talking. It was.
Oh, no worries. That's okay.
Just because the game picks up a lot of background noise. There was
also like you're better than most.
Oh my God! The British Knight turned French there for a moment.
French? How dare you?
I heard that. I heard that haughty baguette laughter.
Careful, those are fighting words for British Knight.
I am a proud Anglo. Thank you very much.
The
That's
eternal
right.
Anglo.
So proud Anglo. What do you think about this criminal enterprise idea that the White Dragon has? What do you think?
Well, based on the current system, I would say they've probably got a good plan going. But would I say it's an ethical plan? No. But would I say it'll work? Probably.
Okay. So, do you think that it would be wisest for us to tell him it's a good plan and try to encourage him to do it? Or do you think that we should come up with something that would persuade him and his minions that this is a bad plan?
Well, I would absolutely
I have a persuasion plan.
I would absolutely want to persuade him against it. But honestly, I would say, again, based on the current system, I'd say if he's got his mind set on it, it would be hard to dissuade someone against it purely because the alternative is coming into the country legally or staying on the other side, and I don't think anyone really wants that.
Well, certainly not his evil minions. They wouldn't get in legally, of course, unless FarFetched or Kiki has something to say. 3 of 12 says he has a plan. Do you two want to jump in or move to 3 of 12?
I do have a plan, actually. You see.
Oh, okay.
The White Dragon here does have a sound plan. I mean, this would work for him, but he hasn't thought about the long term. Now, moving into a place with such high levels of inflation means that when you gather all of that material wealth, when that inflation sets in, you've got a massive amount of unruly people who are after that material gain and don't have any like non-physical means of acquiring it. That's a lot of people who are going to be attacking his horde.
I see. Okay, that's pretty good. 3 of 12. What was your plan?
Well, I have plans for both for and against.
Okay.
So
it seems like we're lobbying against so far. So let's hear that one first.
Okay. Well, we have to tell him to trust the plan. Clearly. See, if we want to,
let's get a Q in chat for trusting the plan. Let's get a big Q in chat for trusting the plan, everybody.
See, we have to persuade him that Trump is going to become the president again after the boo cap.
Because clearly all the generals in the military-industrial complex are just laying in wait to make the plan happen, right?
Yeah, something like that. They're all they're all supporters. He all swap them out. 80% of the military are Trump supporters anyway. If it happened,
of course, right.
I have no idea if any of this is true, but that would be the persuasion.
All right. Anything else, or should we move on to FarFetched?
Yeah, I would just say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I forgot my argument for. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's hear FarFetched.
I was going to say this is almost a foolproof plan. I think the only thing that's missing is that he needs to join, like an MS-13 gang, and then also have a few children with him, because when he comes over, he'll be.
They were going to use MS-13, but the White Dragon and his minions, they ate them. So there is no more MS-13 now, sadly. But they are thinking about starting Q-13 because they have a plan. So now it'll be Q-13.
Okay. All right.
But anyway,
so
go on.
Q-13, let's just say with a few potential baked potatoes you're going to bring over the border. And you have to make sure they're extra fresh, if you know what I'm saying. If you
Hold on. There's some angry flap. No, it's excited flapping. You talking about tasty, delicious potato baked brown children made the Red Dragon happy, and they were having a celebratory turnaround. So things are quiet now. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I think that if you join the did you say it was a Q-13 gang? Okay.
Yeah, Q-13
okay. All right. So you join the Q-13 gang. You bring your little baked potatoes over the border. They process you real quickly, and then you get automatic access to property. And so you get to have your own farm where you get to, live the life as you watch everything fall down before you. But hey, you're in the United States, so.
I think that would be a plan that might work for people that weren't these kind of criminals. You see, the White Dragon and his allies, they work seasonally and quickly. They don't believe in long-term plans. They like quick schemes, quick power grabs, and then they retreat to the Arctic. Yeah. So that is a good argument for it. Now we're going to address the entire party. Should I lobby for or against this plan? What do you think would be best here? Let's just do a vote down the line. Let's start with Kiki. Yay or nay on encouraging the dragon and his minions to go ahead with the plan?
I mean, I suggest nay, unfortunately.
Nay. Okay. 3 of 12?
Nay. We have to kill welfare.
All right. FarFetched?
4.
British Knight?
It's a balancing act, but I'm going to say a tacit 4.
Okay. Pomen?
As long as it only affects Americans, I'm happy.
Okay. Well, since this isn't a democracy, I know what I'm doing. I appreciate the party's input, but I'm going to lobby for, because I'm going to do it.
Oh, no.
I'm going to do it.
No, don't do it.
I'm going to trust.
Oh, no.
I'm going to trust the plan. Oh, no. I'm going to do it. I'm trusting. Oh, I'm trusting the plan. I'm going to trust Q-13. Okay. I have told the White Dragon to trust in his plan because Q-13 and the plan must be trusted. And hopefully he and his minions will be just as successful as the first Q that came before the other 13. So that being said, that being said, we have defeated the White Dragon challenge today, and we do have a pertinent entropy message over on the question widget, and it is from Guildmage Troy. Guildmage Troy says the problem with the plan is that him and his minions will be confused with snow Mexicans, also known as Canadians, and Canadians are not a privileged class and will get nowhere.
They get no farmland.
They will get no farmland. Oh, okay, good times, good times. All right. So, we're done with that. And now we're going to move back to the two topics that are left. Now, before we do that, I would like to remind everyone that entropy is where you leave messages like I just read. Entropy you can find in the description below, and I'm going to toss it in the chat again. So if you would like to leave humorous comments like that, use the question widget, also known as the Tall Kevin widget to the white well-being community, over on the left-hand side of entropy. Now, before we move on, we have just gotten a paid donation. We have gotten from Heidi. Sister Heidi is in chat for $25 US. She says, hello, everyone. It's good to have Heidi back. For those of you who don't know Heidi, she's been with me for a long time. She's been a strong supporter of the channel. She's a part of the Go Free community. She's been around for a long time, and her husband and her children, they're great people. And I know both her and her husband. So everybody give a well, let's not give a Q. That's a rather stupid letter. Let's give her a WWB for white well-being in the chat for Miss Heidi being with us tonight. All right. We're going to move on. There are two more dragons left to conquer today, and hopefully we will conquer their issues, and we will get a reward from the Council of Worms today. So, we have only the black dragon and the blue dragon left. We have the Great White Plague and what are gender? Those are the two topics that we have left. So, the only ones that haven't picked, I believe, are Kiki and FarFetched, correct?
I believe so.
All right. Well, that's going to be just a D2. So, thankfully, because I have lovely dice, I have a two-sided die. All right, that's a 2. So, that is Miss FarFetched. FarFetched, of the black dragon and the blue dragon, which of their quandaries do you want to tackle?
I will go with the blue dragon. What are gender?
What are gender indeed, madam? What are gender indeed? Okay. Let me get this spooled up. This is going to be a fun one. All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to put it on full screen for us here. All right. Now, the blue dragon has seen that recently in California, California posts new report on board gender diversity. And what does that tell us? On March the 1st, the new California Secretary of State, Dr. Shirley N. Weber, who replaced Alex somebody, issued the Secretary's 2021 report required by SB 826, California's board gender diversity law, on the status of compliance with the law. The report counts 647 publicly held corporations that identified principal executive offices in California. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with this law, this says that there are certain quotas of public companies. They are required to have non-white or LGBT. Now, I've made a video about this before, about how this is explicitly anti-white because it says, oh, hey, are you hetero and white? Well, you have to kiss the LGBT ring or you got a GTFO for the quota. Now, the reason that this is important is because dragons already have trouble telling gender of humans apart. And recently, the behavior of humans has not helped with this. And I have a visual aid. Now, this visual aid I have actually put together specifically to help with this draconic issue. And so I'll be sharing that right now. Okay, and there it goes. Now, with this one, hold on a second. There we go. Now here, we have supposed genders of human beings. On the left of this, we have females. On the right of this, we have males. But the dragon is confused because it seems like the laws of this California place, where he very much likes, by the way, this is a very native environment for the blue dragon, and he's considering moving here. Blue dragons are known for their sorcerer's abilities and for their ability to be able to take human guys. And they enjoy taking human guys to infiltrate, to manipulate, and to gain arcane secrets. But he doesn't know enough about human gender to be able to properly interface because the gender of California completely baffles him. So, since you picked the topic, FarFetched, Can you maybe use this visual aid that I've constructed, or something else that you come up with to help explain to this blue dragon getting a better grasp of gender to use in California?
Huh. Well, I mean, I guess the easiest way to tell is to, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, well, the first thing that comes to mind is kind of morbid. I was going to say consume them and feel their gametes moving through their bodies. But I guess you probably won't be able to sense that as a dragon. So I guess the second best thing is to talk to them.
Well, the blue dragon has already tried this. You see, blue dragons are excellent at sorcery, and necromancy is definitely in their bailiwick. And using the skulls of many dead Californians, the blue dragon has used Speak with Dead and Analyze Dream spells to try to understand gender, and that has only further confused the blue dragon. The blue dragon says that gender, at least according to the souls of the Californians that it's consumed, is a completely baffling, ridiculous thing that seems to have nothing at all to do with biology or even the clothing and attire that the people of California choose to adorn. So perhaps we can help sort it out or persuade him not to infiltrate California. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it might just be that it's potentially a lost cause to even try. But if you were to give it your best try, I would say whatever they present as, if you say whatever it looks like, but in the opposite direction, and they become extremely offended, you can be certain that that's probably what they are.
Okay.
That's a good guess. Because, the thing is, if you are that particular gender and someone says the opposite, and if they laugh in your face, well, then they're probably the original gender you assume them to be. But if you say the opposite of what they present as, and they get offended, then I think you have somebody who's in disguise and is putting up a facade. So,
okay. Well, we're going to pause here. Pomen has to go. He has things that he has to attend to, and he's not having a good time. So, Pomen, is there anything you'd like to shill before you get out of here? I've already got your links and stuff in the description. You want me to put them in chat for you?
I'm muted, sorry.
It's okay.
So, yeah, this is not my type of humor, but I hope everyone's having a great time otherwise, but I'll be off for tonight. Hopefully...
Okay. Well, thank you for coming and giving it a try. I do appreciate it, and I won't bother you with this foolishness next time.
Okay. Thank you. And goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night, Pomen.
Yeah, take care.
Take
Have a good
All
one.
right. Well, it's not for everybody, apparently, but that's okay. All right. Moving back to what you were saying, please continue.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that reading their response in the way that you say their gender by how, if they laugh or if they're offended. So if they laugh, then it's probably the opposite of what they are. If they are offended, then it probably is what they are.
Ah, okay, I see. Who wants to take a stab at this next? British Knight? Kiki?
I mean, I would tell the blue dragon that he probably doesn't need to worry because they all taste the same anyway. But if he was that worried, then looking at the head probably isn't the best idea. Looking at the skull probably isn't the best idea. He needs to look at the pelvis, and that'll tell him everything.
Okay, well, it's not... He understands the sexual dimorphism of human beings, but on other planets, that directly correlates with gender expression. But California, he knows, must have many arcane secrets because that is the land of power, of the greatest military-industrial complex on this planet, and he wishes to infiltrate it. So he wants to better understand the gender he'll need to infiltrate in this area. So, with that in mind, what suggestions would you have for him?
I would suggest pink hair, lots of complaining, and to look as much like the opposite gender as possible, because that's going to get him the most points.
Okay. 3 of 12, British Knight. Anything to add to that?
Oh, yes. Since understanding sexual dimorphism is not enough to tell someone anymore because of how effective hormones can be from a young age, you can end up with the white hips of a woman if you take the right hormones at the right age. You can end up with almost...
That does sound like the kind of evil that would appeal to the blue dragon. Please continue.
Yes. I would agree with the plan. The adenum would be the right hormones, so that you appear like a woman or packing a heavy package underneath.
Well, with shape-shifting magic and being able to take on any human guys, that would be no problem for the blue dragon and its minions.
Yes.
So, British Knight, let's wrap up with you. What do you have to say to this?
I would say that, like, it's difficult to tell these days, but defaulting to type is generally always best. Like, defaulting to type is always best. So, the sort of what you would call the stereotypical characteristics of a woman. And normally, what you'd
so play to the percentages, not the outliers that get the attention in the media. Play to the percentages.
Yeah, just play to the majority. Play to what not like 95% of the population understand to be the characteristics of a female.
Okay, all right. Well, so what we're looking at here, then, as a party, we need to decide to tell the dragon to either eschew the things that are confusing about gender and play to the vast majority of people which are typical, or in efforts to try to interface and infiltrate the power base, do what FarFetched and Kiki suggested, which is do what seems wrong, and then that should let him infiltrate the baffling power base. So which one do you think that we should go with? Let's vote one or the other. We'll start with Kiki. Which one do you vote for?
I mean, I vote infiltrate, and I feel like the issue here is we have a two-way split, most likely.
Okay. Then we'll move on to 3 of 12 next. 3 of 12? Which approach do you think I should counsel the dragon to take?
I agree with infiltrate. It should be shockingly easy at this point.
Okay. FarFetched?
Infiltrate gets my vote.
All right. British Knight?
Yeah, I would say infiltrate.
All right. So it seems like we're going with infiltrate the California power base by doing the pink hair and doing the opposite gender nonsense. Okay. I'm going to tell the dragon, and we're going to see how that goes. Okay. He seems to agree with us and says that he will take that under consideration, and he appreciates the wise counsel for purposes of infiltrating California. All right. Let's see if we have anybody from the chat. Oh, we do have chat going on. Over here, we have Mr. Ravelon in the question widget over on Entropy saying, gender is, at its base, a tool for pair-matching specimens of two sexes, which are defined by gametes. New trends make the matching more and more difficult instead of easier. Yeah, I agree with you. Doesn't really help for the dragon situation, but I agree with what you have to say. All right. We also have a paid donation by my friend IP Freely, who came on my St. Patrick's Day stream last week, and we had a lot of fun singing songs and just being merry and celebrating St. Patrick's Day together. He says, I won the prize. Good glove. Nice one. IP Freely, he has a channel that I'll share here. IP Freely has a channel where he documents his home, his collectibles, his motorcycle. He talks about things like that. And today, he showed a video where he got some nice new gloves. And in the scrubs, the scrub community is the community that formed around Dangerfield. And we have this thing where we say good, G-U-D, vid, or good something else. And I left a comment on his video, good glove, spelled G-L-U-V, and that really made him laugh. And I laughed as I said it. So let's see. He left us a $5 US super chat saying that good glove, nice one, I won the prize. So if you guys want to check out IP, he's a lot of fun. He's a jolly man, and he has a fun channel with cute videos. So you guys can check him out here at this link. Alrighty. And, we have the great Fornull with us today over on DLive, donating a diamond. And the great Fornull, you guys that follow the channel will know him. He was on recently. He's a great music artist, and he has a really fun Monday night stream, which starts here in about an hour that you guys can go check out. And I'm going to go ahead and share his link for that right now. He's also on DLive. You can find him on DLive as well. So For those of you that want to look into him, there you go. All right. Well, that looks like all the chat handled. And since we took a break with those pertinent chats, we're going to go ahead and check Entropy. We're going to go ahead and check Cash App and PayPal, see if anything new has come in over there. Nothing on Cash App, and nothing new showing up on PayPal either. So we have one thing left. Oh, no, actually, we do have something that just came in on PayPal. It just popped up right at the last second. We have it from, let's see if it says, it's Ragnar. Brother Ragnar here, donating 5 British pounds. Says, Ragnar here, Yizz. Keep up the great work. White positivity. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you supporting the channel. So,
hello, brother.
As we know...
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Speaking of knowing the way, we have only one dragon left, and it is the Black Dragon. And his quandary is the Great White Plague. Now, the Great White Plague is as follows. This is going to be a fun one. You're going to like this one. All right, let me get this open here. All right. Okay. Next article. All right, here at the Patriot Daily Press, someone over at the Root, a New York Times writer, is accused of racism after declaring that whiteness is a pandemic. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but there was an unfortunate wackadoo killed some ladies, arguably ladies of the evening, but we won't go into that, doing some bad things. And he, of course, was drugged through the mud and called all of the anti-white slurs in the book. You know how it goes. And the Black Dragon, his quandary is he wants to know about this new mind plague called whiteness. He sees how effective it is at pitting people against each other, sowing division, and even making people hate themselves enough to give up their valuables. And the Black Dragon being one, unlike the Green Dragon, who, even though he lives in the swamp, he favors long-term plans and not having to fight if he doesn't have to. He favors manipulation. So, we are going to start with... let's see. We're going to start with British Knight on this one. British Knight, what would you say to this dragon? And do you believe we should talk him into trying to utilize this or talk him out of it? So you have free reign to take it whatever direction you want with this one.
I believe he should do it, and the reason why is that it's a very effective method. I mean, it's not even a form of sorcery so much as it is just a mind games based off human nature. It's basically just the incredibly shall we say, privileged classes of society, the upper middle class mainly, just having had no real adversity in their lives and being taught and have spent their entire life having their minds filled with revisionist history through public education, that they're affected through public education, that now they're just, that together is mixed into this incredibly toxic thing where they think that they've, in order to save the world, they've got to debase themselves. But just perpetuating that idea will pretty much just get him whatever he wants as long as he pretends to be on the right side.
Okay, all right. We're going to move over to Kiki now. Kiki, what do you have to say to this? And which way do you think we should try to persuade?
I mean, I would attempt to confuse the dragon potentially here. Like, we currently have 2 plagues going on. We have the White Plague and the COVID plague, both of which seem equally deadly. And they
are both mental plagues. So that's they are connected, I suppose.
Absolutely. And maybe before looking to pick between one of the 2, the Black Dragon should do a little bit of research on both. Maybe see which is a more effective means of attack.
Okay. All right. I will tell that to him while 3 of 12 is putting in on this. 3 of 12, let's hear your ideas on this one. 3 of 12? Hello? You there? Uh-oh. I think we might have lost him. All right. We're going to move on. he might have lost connectivity because I don't hear his crunchy footsteps, which we're going to have words about later. FarFetched, let's move to you.
Could you just repeat the question one more time?
Yeah. The Black Dragon, of course, is interested in this whiteness plague, and he wants to be able to utilize it to turn his enemies against each other and to weaponize the white guilt that it causes, to have people willingly give over their holdings and valuables. So do you think that we should encourage him to use this, and if so, how? Or should we come up with an idea to dissuade him from doing so?
I mean, I guess it depends on what his goals are, but I guess if I was trying to be fruitful in my endeavors of trying to get more indentured servants underneath me, or otherwise known as potatoes, then I probably would I would play into it, I guess. I don't know. It's hard, yeah.
3 of 12? 3 of 12? What about you? What do you think? Okay, apparently he's still not working, so that's too bad. All right. So what we're looking at here is, should we or should we not persuade him either for or against this? And I do have a second meme to go along with this I would like to share. This might give us another idea here. So let's look at this second meme that goes along with this. All right. This is a fun callback to an old movie. Maybe I know we got plenty of people my age in the chat, so I'm sure plenty of people are gonna. All right, just a second. All right. I don't think that 3 of 12 is working. I'm trying to get him activated, but it just keeps saying that his connection's dead. So 3 of 12, I don't know if you can hear or not, but we're just going to have to operate as if you're not here. So better luck next week. All right. Moving on. What we're looking at here is switching back to racismus. Now, someone over on Entropy, Guild Mage Troy again, says that the COVID has better long-term effects for the Black Dragon's purpose because of the hit to SAN most humans. Wait, because of the hit to SAN most humans take in isolation. I think that means sanity. Sanity is the abbreviation for SAN is the abbreviation for sanity in the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I get your joke now, Guildmage Troy. Thank you very much. Because of the hit to sanity most humans take in isolation, especially among the younglings. So he thinks that we should persuade the Black Dragon to completely abandon weaponizing white guilt with the whiteness plague and shifting gears to use the plan that the Green Dragon had. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's something that we should persuade instead? Do you think that would be better for us, better for the dragon, both?
I mean,
what do you think?
It's very much what I was suggesting, to be honest. Like, it does better serve its purpose. If we're here to counsel this Black Dragon and help him out, then that's what best suits him, to be honest, I think, in this situation.
Okay, British Knight, what do you think?
I think it's like I think it's good either or, because it ultimately both seem to cow people. So it's whatever he like. Ultimately, I think either will work just fine.
All right, Kiki, what about you?
I mean, perhaps even one would help there. Perhaps weakening people with the COVID would help support reducing them further with the White Plague.
So maybe pitch it to a sort of a dovetail thing, like maybe this quote unquote whiteness plague and weaponized white guilt could dovetail nicely with using this mind plague of the COVID thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So he could. Okay, so use both. FarFetched, what do you think about this plan?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I agree with Kiki. I think that I do think the Black Plague here can help out with the White Plague in that it gets your sheeple to do that 1,000-yard stare and really get in line like a proper herd that they are. Yeah.
Okay, 3 of 12. If you're here, it says that you're here and have connection. Are you here?
I'm here.
All right, good. Well, have you been able to keep up with this? I know you've had connectivity issues.
Well, I mean, yeah, more or less. It sounds like slapping the White Plague is effective to further demoralize humanity.
Okay, I like the way you phrased it, calling one the White Plague and one the Black Plague. That's good. And to humans, that's cool because we're talking about a white dragon and a black dragon, but they hate each other. So I'm not going to put it in those terms when I tell the black dragon.
Unholy Lance.
What I'm yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put that to the dragon and see what the black dragon thinks. The black dragon thinks that that's a good idea. He likes the idea since he's evil and likes to make people suffer. He enjoys the idea of weaponized white guilt in people better, but he does recognize the value of the COVID mind plague. So he's going to take that idea that the green dragon was going to use and use both of them. So he's going to utilize both of them now. So that was an excellent challenge. Now, all of the dragons have been assuaded, assisted, or counseled. And so I have to wait now on receiving message from the council, the Great Council of Worms, of course, which is to whom I am the ambassador. So I have to wait on getting a magical sending from them to know how things went. In the meantime, now is the community part of this stream where we check the chat. So I'm going to give us a scroll through YouTube chat here first, since so many people are with us. And I'm just going to see if anybody has anything pertinent to say. Not seeing anything too pertinent yet, but I do see some familiar faces. We've got Spanish Chicken. We've got Matthew Sad, or Sod perhaps. Good to see you here. We have the lovely Nancy Drew. I'm glad you're here, friend. We have Stephen Cray, Watt Tyler saying good night. Good night, friend. We'll see you next time. We have Raymond. Raymond Piper's with us, too. Adam Motter. We have White Healing and Birdie doing the moderating. Thank you, both of you. I do appreciate that. We also have My Stepdad's Not Mean. Good to see you here, too, friend. Looks like we got a lot of people with us here today. That's good. Looks like we peaked at about 50 viewers. That's nice. We have David JC in chat as well. Thank you guys for showing up today. I appreciate it. Now, Raymond is part of the Scrub community, and he asked me to share a link, which I shared a little bit ago. But the purpose of this link is this is the new Telegram community for the Scrubs. And I've shared it in DLive, Entropy, and over here on YouTube. And we are continuing on, even though Dangerfield has decided to stop doing streams. He helped build a wonderful community for years, and I just became part of it about 6 months ago. So we have a lot of the scrubbage going on in my chat. So thank you to all the wonderful scrubbalubs that have come over to share community and spread love and well-being over here. I do appreciate all of you. Now we're going to have a look through Entropy chat while we wait on the sending. Let's see if we have anything over here. Guildmage Troy says, on the one hand, the White Plague would cause harm to my fellow countrymen, but on the other hand, it could take out California. Good joke, Troy. Good joke. All right. And it looks like we don't have anything else going on over here on Entropy. So I do appreciate Guildmage Troy's sanity reference. That's a good throwback to a game I haven't played in a very, very long time.
It's a good game as well.
It really is. I do very much like it. I almost all of the role-playing games that I have been a part of that involve magic and stuff, we always use Cthulian elements. Like in Dungeons & Dragons, you can use the Far Realm. You can use ancient, unknowable places in the Abyss, like the Clipoths and stuff. Those are good stand-ins in Dungeons & Dragons for Cthulian-type stuff. And in the non-D&D games I've played, they usually have at least some kind of like an X-Files element or whatever that is sort of the stand-in for that Cthulian mythos stuff. So anyway, 3 of 12 seems to be back, so we can move on now. The thing that we are going to end with today is, of course, sharing the spoils. If the good dragons, excuse me, I know that they're pissy about that. They're pissy about language. Let's see if they've decided to grace us with getting to have treasure from the council's hoard, and it seems like they have. So Let me share this real quick. Boop. There we go. Here's the Dragon's Hoard today. They have said that we can have 2 things from this treasure room that is in a beautiful place hidden underwater. So, who wants to take the first choice in here? British Knight, FarFetched, or Kiki?
I'm interested in underwater.
Do you want me to roll, or do you guys want to talk it out amongst yourselves?
I'm very interested in underwater, being a watery creature myself.
You certainly are. So do you guys want to let Kiki have first grabs on the treasure?
Yes, she may.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And 3 of 12 still have connectivity issues, so we're going to let you pick which of these items piques your curiosity, Kiki. Do you want to try to pick the lock on that chest? Do you want to grab something that's a little easier? What appeals to you in this little treasure hoard here?
Ooh, I mean, there appear to be some very fine drinks among that selection. There
are. There we go. I forgot English there for a moment. Which one of these vessels do you want to have a go at? Maybe the big white one there to the right?
I was going to say that drinks do tend to do that.
The tall, brassy one.
The tall, brassy one is the one I'm looking at, to be honest. Brass has always been like a weakness to me.
Oh, really? You like brassy things?
Oh, absolutely. Brass and copper. Let's see what's in that bottle. See if we've got anything tasty.
Well, you're in for a treat because... Wait for it. You have found a fun white-pilling article. This treasure hoard, being at the bottom of the lake, being at the bottom of a body of water, is a story about a federal drone being taken out by a bald eagle and found at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Oh.
Apparently, a bald eagle found a federal surveillance drone, attacked it in midair, defeated it, and it fell into Lake Michigan.
This is so
and then
American.
Later,
take that.
I know,
Fed.
right?
I mean,
take that, feds. I'd like to get some eagles in chat here. So let's have some eagle emojis in the chat for this awesome, badass American eagle that took down a federal surveillance drone.
Take us to the sun.
Let's get some eagles in the chat.
I mean, I'm British, so just to confirm here, eagles are very much a sacred creature to you guys, right?
I wouldn't say sacred, but sure, yeah, it's like the bird that represents the United States and the so-called the bird of freedom and all that.
So,
but I just thought this was an amazing white-pilling story that a bald eagle, America's totem animal, took out a federal surveillance drone, and it was found in the lake.
I hope this is like one of those drones.
And since today's treasure hoard was underwater, I thought that would be fun.
I hope that was one of the drones that like talks to people and tells them they're not putting their masks on properly.
Wouldn't that be great?
It's like
Too bad Roy Danton isn't here. Roy Danton is somebody that the white well-being community knows from chats, and he loves to spam his eagles. Too bad he wasn't here tonight, because he would have loved this story.
It's a fantastic omen, though, isn't it? That the bird of freedom
it is
taken out.
It is.
Yeah. I love it.
Best.
Say again, FarFetched.
Oh, I said the bird knows best.
Yeah. All right. 3 of 12 is popping in and out, so we're just going to have to pretend like he's not here for now, sadly. So, back to the treasure hoard. We have British Knight and FarFetched. Of this beautiful underwater hoard, which thing would you like to take next? We can have one more treasure for our good deeds today. What would you like to take?
Do you want to have a crack at the chest?
We can.
Yeah.
Are any of you good at picking locks? Because we weren't given any keys or scrolls or anything to defeat that lock.
I mean, I have training in lockpicking as a pirate.
Okay. Well, would you like to give it a go? It doesn't appear to be trapped, and I'm pretty sure that even though last week's was trapped, it was pretty crappy treasure, and they warned us with all the skeletons laying around it. So. If you want to take a crack at it, go ahead.
I mean, I've already made a choice here, so I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm happy to try and break this lock, But
well, we'll let FarFetched or British Knight be the one that actually chooses the treasure.
Absolutely.
So what do you guys think?
Do you think we should pick the one in the middle that's obvious, or should we pick like one of the side chests?
Yeah, the chest hidden under the glowing thing to the right seems interesting.
Yeah, let's go for that one maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you're in for a treat because it's not trapped. There was no magic spells or anything bad on it. And you know what it is? It's a cute video.
Oh,
so our last reward today is an adorable video. And here it goes. It's cute little bears.
Oh.
Fucking love bears.
I love bears.
Oh my god, they're so good at climbing.
Yeah, bears are wonderful.
She's like, oh.
I love to climb rocks and to climb trees and like hike and climb stuff. And I've always, oh, look at it.
Oh, he's crying.
You're good. You're good.
Well, if the mom's around, she'd get angry.
Cute little baby bear. I've always felt a kinship to bears. I've always loved them. They're just so cute and awesome. Oh, look at him wrestling the mud puddle.
Oh, they look like they're having such fun.
I know. Aren't they lovely?
This is why boys should be allowed to fight.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is why boys are allowed. You just want to watch boys mud wrestle, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I prefer bucks, Kiki.
Oh, look at that little one. Oh, cute little bear. Let's skip to the next one.
Oh god.
Yeah, I
like
like
go on
this
to it.
I like this one.
Get on the swing. Get on the swing.
Oh. Oh, is he gonna go up the slide?
Oh, maybe. Maybe. That airplane's in the video, by the way.
Look at him standing up.
I think the airplane noise is what piqued their ears.
Yeah, they're probably like, what's going on?
Now that the sound went away, they're back to playing again.
Oh my god, is it going to get up?
Yeah, I'm with Ragnar. Polar bears are my favorite, and big Kodiaks are my second favorite.
Look at him just flopping over.
Oh, look at it.
The mom just like eating grass.
Yeah, oh, look at this one. Fresh little bear cubs.
Oh my god.
Look how fuzzy and cute they are.
So fluffy.
I know. I bet they're so soft. And bears got cute tongues and cute paws too. They're just adorable. I love them.
Oh, you want some food?
I kind of want one for the boat.
Bears never regard humans as superior to them or dominant over them. So the best you can hope for with the bear is a friend. You can never have him as a pet or an underling. But it would be awesome to live with a bear. Like if I had magic powers or I was a fantasy character, it would be cool to have a sweet bear animal companion, because I think bears they're fun. They can talk. They can climb stuff. They're just really cool, and they're soft and warm.
They're also not.
So bears are.
Look, he just bit his ear.
They're also not.
Yeah.
They're also not so ferocious as they're made out to be. Like, obviously, they can be dangerous, but they generally tend to leave humans alone, with the exception of the humans coming too close within their territory and like obviously being regarded as a threat, or if they're like quite literally starving.
I saw.
Yeah, the black bears around here, because there are little black bears around here where I live, and we don't really have a problem with them messing with people at all. They're kind of a nuisance because they'll get into dumpsters or trash cans and they're coming to your property and mess with your stuff just to have a look. Black bears are curious. So like even if you have a locked up shed, they'll find a way to get into it, or they'll crack open a window. They'll break locks off of dumpsters to have a look inside. They're kind of like big, dangerous raccoons.
I saw a fantastic video just yesterday, actually, of a bear. It went into like a little corner shop, and it went to the sweets, and it started eating like the chocolates and the nougats and stuff. And the shopkeeper came over and tried to deal with it. The bear just roared at him, and the shopkeeper just gently walked back to stand behind the counter, and the bear went back to eating. It was lovely.
My stepdad's not mean said something funny in the chat. He said they should call me Yizz Adams. Because of that old actor Grizzly Adams, or that old show Grizzly Adams, remember that?
Oh my word. I never got into those sorts of things. I was very much a Thornberrys type person.
No,
you guys know Thornberrys?
I didn't watch that stuff specifically. I did watch Spring and Autumn Watch here in the UK, though, but that's very UK specific.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone watches that, though, don't they? That's like classic, I want to see some cute stuff.
Yeah, that's peak British television right there.
Well, do you guys feel satisfied with our treasure today? Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
I thought it was a good time. I had a good time with that. So now that you know what it's like being part of the party of mine that helps do ambassador work for the Council of Worms, is this something that you guys would enjoy doing again one day, hopefully with a more stable stream setup?
Yeah, at some point in the future. I don't see why not.
Okay, cool. Well, then I will add you to the list of possible ambassador assistants going forward.
I apologize profusely for my phone.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, we're going to check the chat and see if there's anything going on. Little Red asks, hello, Yizz, do you take super chats? Yes, and I put the links there. We do Entropy, Cash App, and PayPal. And I also have a Subscribe Star if you want to support monthly. That's in the description. And if you like to donate with cryptocurrency, I have a Mycelium Wallet, and the address for that is also in the description down below. Oh, we have Silly Biscuit here. Hey, Silly Biscuit. It's good to see you, friend. Oh, we've got Herman Hoth here, too. Good to see you as well. Silly Biscuit says, good way to keep bears away is a bit of vinegar and hot pepper oil on your cans. Works for brown bears and black bears in Colorado. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that they really don't like super hot and spicy stuff. So if you have like ghost pepper sauce or anything that's really high capsaicin, or even like bear spray, you can just spray that around and it'll naturally be foul to their nose, which is super sensitive, and they'll just leave it alone. So that's a good way to keep the bears out. To keep the bears away, so to speak.
I apologize.
All right.
Again. What an example.
Oh, it's fine.
But yeah, I will have a much better setup in future. Like this is, I've just set up a new office, so things are a bit sketchy here.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see what else. Let's go check over on DLive. On DLive, we've got 3 viewers, and we don't quite have enough donation diamonds and lemons over there for a chest opening. But what I have done is I've added some lemons. So everybody over there on DLive, pay attention, and the chest is going to open in about 30 seconds. So be sure to be over there and get your chest and get your free lemons from the chest. Thank you for the 2 viewers that I have over on Trovo. I'm trying to grow an audience over there as well. We're going to check the PayPal and Cash App because it's been a while since we've checked those. See if we've got any community messages and donations coming in through these avenues. I'd like to thank Kizza again for his big donation last week. Kizza donated 50 British pounds, and that was amazing help to the channel. And Kizza can't be here tonight because he had to work, but we always appreciate him being around. He's one of my primary co-hosts, and he helped me grow my channel. We have something on PayPal from Stephen Cray. Thank you, Steve Cray. Steve Cray says, great work. And I do appreciate that. For 5 British pounds from Steve Cray. Thank you so much, my friend. I definitely appreciate all of the donations that people give. And we have Ragnar. We've got Matt over on DLive. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to distribute the rewards now that we have everybody over here. So be sure to click the chest now that we've got everybody's attention over on DLive. The countdown has started. All right. Well, let's let's check YouTube chat one more time to make sure we're not missing anybody. Then we're going to move over to Entropy.
I have to ask.
Hello, Herman. Go ahead.
As someone who's not as well versed in knowledge of the planes as yourself, what are these new planes, such as D-Live and others that you speak of? Because I'm probably not the only one who doesn't know of them here.
Well, D-Live is this a serious question, or did you want a funny roleplay answer?
I mean, it was a serious question. I just thought I'd phrase it in a way that was appropriate to the show.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure. D-Live and Trovo are just alternate streaming platforms, and D-Live has its own internal currency called Lemons, and it's not the best. It's owned by people who are backed by Chinese money, and they have the same cancerous user agreement that YouTube and other places have, and they regularly get rid of people and ban people and take their money and stuff. So they're not any better than YouTube ethically, but they're another platform to stream to. So a lot of us stream there, and Trovo is a Twitch clone. It's like a new Twitch, and so I stream there. And I just recently was told that Twitch, you can multi-stream to Twitch as long as you're not part of the partner program. So I'm going to consider streaming to Twitch as well for those of you who like the Twitch interface. So that led to a good topic of a conversation, Kiki. I'm glad you brought that up. So let's see if we have 3 of 12 back with us. No, he's still not home yet. He sent me a message privately that said he was headed back home to get better internet connection. So he's done at the park. So he might be back in time or not. So over on Entropy here, Mr. Ravelon says, black bears are smaller than brown ones and are somewhat cowardly. On the flip side, trees won't save you from them. Brown ones tend to be too heavy to climb, though. And yeah, I have heard that black bears can go into trees for prey. I've heard that. But in general, they aren't a big danger to humans. They're not in a habit of just attacking humans and seeing us as food because we're so big. But bigger bears, humans are certainly on the menu. So be cautious of bears. They're not the most dangerous of predators, but they can easily kill a person, and they will eat you if you're in somewhere like Alaska or Canada or something, so be careful. All right, what else we got going on over on Entropy here? Vingtor says, is the eagle like Odin's raven, but Washington's eagle? That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, we got Jeffrey Morrissey and Joshua Ham bopping in to say hello. Howdy, Scrubs Rising and all that. Good to see you two here. All right. Well, we have come to the end. British Knight, since you are a content creator, I'm going to share your channel, your Discord, and your Twitter, if you'd like me to, while you talk about upcoming projects and streams you have working on. So let's hear what you have in the works and what you'd like to share and talk about today.
Right, okay, so as you said, I'm British Knight. I am a anarcho-capitalist YouTuber. I generally cover political, economic, and cultural education, like just giving people a foundational stuff so they don't so they don't fall into the pitfalls that leftists will generally leave out for them in order to sort of attract them to the more toxic ideologies that exist out there. I will currently I'm working on a video as to why libertarian parties shouldn't argue for open borders. That will be out some point next week. It's only a short one, about 5 minutes long, but it's something to tide people over while I work on something a bit more substantial. And of course, I do the Current Crusade every Sunday at 9 p.m. GMT or BST, depending on what time of the year it is. And that is more of a multi-topic stream where me and my co-host Mycelium in Chicago, who is a neo-reactionary, will we cover where we sort of cover a whole range of topics, whatever we think needs to be talked about at the time. So yeah, come join me. It's a good time.
Okay, sounds good. And I've been on BK's show once as a featured guest. We had a good time talking about stuff, and I hope to be on his stream again. And I've even been on with Aiden Paladin, if she's still in the chat. Me and Aiden were on one of his community streams a couple months ago as well. So he's got a delightful community. He's got an active Discord. He's an all-around great guy, and I highly recommend that you guys give him a follow and see if you like him as well. So, FarFetched, is there any projects or anything you want to talk about on our way out today? Anything you want to let people know about that you're working on?
Overall, I'm a pretty private person. I'm really just here to help facilitate those in the web who I feel are dispersing truth. And so all of my whatever traffic I'd be getting, I'm just giving right over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. FarFetched is on a short list of people for if I ever do run an online D&D game, I will be inviting her. No pressure if you don't want to, but just to let people know, I am going to be featuring people in the Discordant Dragon streams in the future who I think have great voices and creative minds that will be good candidates for if I ever do want to run a proper Dungeons & Dragons or other kind of role-playing game stream.
Yeah.
Now that leaves Kiki. So, Miss Keekers, is there anything that you want to talk about, or anything that any projects you got working on you want to shill while you're here?
I mean, I have been working on and hope to set up by the summer some sailing streams, actually, like just chilling in the waves.
Oh, fantastic!
But whether or not I'll get those done is very much a fingers crossed type thing at this moment. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll come together.
Do you have a link to that yet, or have you not set it up?
I don't have anything set up yet. I'm very new to this whole scene, and I have no clue what I'm doing.
Okay, well, I can help you out behind the scenes. It's I know all the basics to help get you started, and I'll gladly help you get going. So, Heidi in the chat says that it was a great stream, and she loves the D&D feel of it. That's wonderful. This stream, I wanted to be a mix of role-playing games, improvisational comedy, and just kicking back and laughing at Clown World because, we all need to laugh and do our best to vent and to not take things so seriously every day. So that's the goal of this stream, as well as bringing people from different communities together. And like, for example, British Knight. I bet most of you today didn't know British Knight. And I think that you guys would find a lot of his content and a lot of the people on his channel to be very agreeable. So maybe go over, give him a subscribe, and participate in some of his streams and events. So, unless there's anything else you guys have to say, we're going to say our goodbyes and head on out here today. Anything else from anybody?
No, just thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, my friend. I consider all three of you here friends. And I'm sure 3 of 12 would have something nice and sweet to say to all of you, too. He's a sweet guy. But we're going to wrap it up here today. Thank you, guys. We peaked at about 68 total viewers. So thank you to all 68 of you who make this community possible. Thank you so much to the lovely Scrubs. I do appreciate you guys not giving up on the community that formed under Dangerfield. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the white well-being community. I'm so glad to see so many of you here spreading white positivity to all of our brothers and sisters and helping support the channel. And I will see you guys Friday when we have on the great Jared George. Jared George is a wonderful speaker, thinker, philosopher, and music artist. And he's going to be with us this Friday to talk about his great work and share with us some of his new music that just recently debuted. So you guys can all be here Friday. Little Red, I'll gladly wait if you're trying to get a donation worked out. But we are at the end of the stream. So unless you can get it worked out in the next minute or so, we're going to go ahead and bounce. And I can read it on stream next time or send you an email thank you. So, and if you're using Entropy, PayPal, and Cash App, those work offline. So if you'd like to donate, you can do so even after the stream ends. And I'll send you a private thank you and talk about it on the next stream. So we're going to go ahead and head out here. And I do appreciate you guys. And hopefully in the future, these streams will be a lot smoother and go a lot better. And I'm doing everything I can to be not just a community leader for activism and white well-being and truth and honesty and journalism and stuff, but I also want to be a community leader for fun and entertainment and that sort of thing. So I'm going to attack it on both fronts, and hopefully these streams will get even smoother, even better, and have better production value in the future. So I love all of you. Thank you so much. And it seems like we have 3 of 12 at home now, just in time to hop in and to say goodbye to everyone. So we're at the very end wrapping up 3 of 12. You want to tell everybody hello and thank you and goodbye?
Made it back home. But I'm really happy that everyone showed up to watch us. And I'm shocked how well the stream went from when I was actually at the park. I had a lot of fun. I'm grinning ear to ear.
Oh, good. Well, we'll talk and celebrate together in the post show, and let's give a big round of applause to everybody that showed up. A big thank you to those who donated today. Thank you in advance, Little Red, for your donation. I do appreciate it. And remember, this is going to be a weekly thing, so you guys can prepare for regular Mondays at this time to be a fun, just laid back, let's laugh at Clown World type of stream. And it ends between 7:30 and 8 p.m. unless we unfortunately run over. And immediately after my stream is For Null. For Null runs a music stream on Monday nights right after mine, and he also broadcasts on DLive. So you can move directly from my stream over to his stream for more fun entertainment that's music-based. And he does fun skits. He's got a really clever, playful mind, a great voice to listen to. So I'm going to take a quick break, talk to my friends behind the scenes, and then I'll be joining you guys over on For Null's channel after this. So with that being said, thank you all, and I'll see you next week. God bless you all.
Bye. Have a good night.